Tune in most days of the week, and he'll be there schooling some ignorant creep, or catch him on a gaming whim. But this ain't a game to him. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. So join Jovan and get your critical cap on. 'Cause there's a Bradley's baddie inside of me and
you. Hi, chat. Hello. Hi there. Welcome in. How are we all doing today? My name is Jovan Bradley. Welcome to stream. I am a wonderfully plump, wonderfully left motherfucker who's here to debate and hang out with you and do all of that fun stuff we like to do. If this is your first time watching stream, welcome. Hello, how are you? If this is your second time watching stream, welcome back. Oh my God, I'm so glad we could convince you to come back. If this is your third time watching stream, what you doing? Like, why you here? Why'd you come back? I'm just joshing you. I hope you guys are ready for a fun day of streaming. Truly. What have we been up to, chat? What have we been up to, squad? How have you been? Uh-oh. Is something broken here? Am I good? Are we live on both YouTube and Twitch? Everybody's here? Hey. William, thank you for the super chat, said, hey, you have money because I can. Paid my bills. I'm glad you paid your bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobiles? So, I did something, and I'm gonna see if I can get it to work. Yeah. What do you guys think this is? Oh yeah, son. Where's, oh, you know where center is on me? It's like right about here. Okay. We are here to debate. Guys, if you want to debate, the call-in number is 219-327-8055. That number again is 219-327-8055. If you want to debate, pick up that phone. Only 4 topics today. Only 4 topics. I decided, hey, let's just do 4. And see how that feels. And those topics are, wait a minute, I'm trying to center this. There we go. So now YouTube can see if I do decide to pull up the debate timer, YouTube can see it too. Those topics are capitalism, are trans men and women are men and women. Gender affirming care for minors, MAGA are uneducated, and capitalism is unethical. 2 topics, 2 topics, 3 topics, 4 topics. 4 topics if you want to talk about them today. Remember, you can get bingo. JovanBradley.com/bingo is, I think, the link. Pull up bingo and play with us while we hang out. I'm going to quickly give myself a way to turn this on and off. So this is scene 13, layer 9. So settings, shortcuts. You know what we can do? I'm not doing the Filbro timer anymore, so I can get rid of that. Okay, then I can add to here. Okay, so first off should be overlay 2 to whatever the last thing is, and then add a shortcut, this, okay, layer, on off, that should be vertical extras, so that is 13, 9, okay. And then pressing that turns on and off. Yes, brother. We're cooking with gas on stream today, chat. Make sure you're liking the live, okay? Make sure you're liking that live, guys. I want to see them likes. Moira Bannister, thank you so much for the super chat. And my super chat rotator is working again, so yeah. Did I say the phone number wrong? Oh, shit. Thank you, K-Space. 219-327-8005. If I said that wrong, my bad. God, it feels so good now. Just feels so good. I'm able to have so much stuff. Guys, add to the super chat. Rotating super chat. It's fun. Who's playing bingo right now? How many people are up bingoing their Jovans? Pause. Resume. 40 people playing bingo. 40 of you. You guys see my new All Might? I got an All Might and I got an Agumon and a Gabumon that chill right there now. I'm slowly adding so much shit to this shelf that I'm gonna need a new one. Hey, WK Misty. Oh, Misty Nipples. What's up, Misty Nipples? I finally watched Project Hail Mary today. I'm obsessed. I get why you went on and on about it. It's so good, right? It's so good. I love Project Hail Mary so much. My Hero Academia is so mid. What a terrible take. If you guys think of anything else that I should have in stream that would make things cool or fun, let me know. Like the super chat thing, I'm glad to finally have. The timer, I'm glad to finally have. And the timer can be extended. I can have 3 to 4 timers going at the same time for guests. Let's do a quick test of the timer and see if it's working. Check, check, check. Here goes the timer. Now I'm talking. Here goes the timer. Check, check, checkity, check, check the timer. Look at that, brother. It's so good. Oh, I'm so happy. That's going to be so good. That's going to be so good. My Hero Academia is just superhero Naruto. Did y'all watch Naruto? I feel like you guys didn't watch Naruto. You call so many shows Naruto that literally do not even remotely have the same plot. I don't want a Yu-Gi-Oh! I want a dual disc. If we're talking Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to get a dual disc. But I got to get my 2 other shelves built first. What I like about My Hero Academia is it does something that I really like in anime where the fights are determined by character. So like Black Clover is the one show where I would say, yes, this is a Naruto clone. Bingo, if your YouTube's lagging, you're gonna have to come to Twitch. But yeah, make sure you guys are liking the live. How many likes do we have on YouTube? 131, not enough. Hit them likes, baby. Hit them likes. Hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them. Hit that like, hit that like. Go with the king with the go bite. Everybody see with the go sight. Everybody give it a 2 sight. I think I'm dropping Spider-Man to an 8. I gave it an 8.5. I think I'm gonna drop it to an 8 after sitting with it for a day. But that's as low as I want to drop it. Is 8. I'd like to watch the movie without an annoying motherfucker sitting behind me who talked the entire time, who would not shut the fuck up. And not just talked, but talked and reacted to the movie. There's a scene where something happens to Spider-Man that's like, fuck, dude. And this guy behind me is like, oh no, crash out, Spider-Man, crash out, like loudly enough for the entire theater to hear him. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. And then I looked and I was like, okay, this guy might be autistic. But like, I'm autistic and I don't talk during movies, but we might have 2 different flavors of autism. Mine might be chocolate, his might be vanilla. But it was the entire movie, to the point that me and this like random couple sitting next to me were like both looking at each other agreeing how annoying it was. But I always feel bad like turning around and shushing someone. Like if somebody shushed me in my adult life, I would throw hands. I think Obsession is still my movie of the year, but I think Spider-Man is number 2 and Backrooms is number 3. I go to movies by myself all the time. Not only do I go by myself, I'll go in like matinees. So I went on like a Thursday morning. So the tickets are like $10 a seat. And I have A-list. So I'll get my seat and then I'll buy 2 seats next to me. So I pay $20 for 3 seats. So no one sits next to me. So that I have 2 seats completely empty. I do that for I already have my tickets to Doomsday. And I do that again as well. Unless I'm in the reclining seats, then I'll just buy the seat next to me because like the gap is fine enough on those. That's genius. I know. I don't want to sit next to people. Anyway, who wants to tell me that trans men and women are not men and women? Who wants to tell me that gender affirming care for minors is bad? Who wants to tell me that MAGA are actually super educated? Who wants to tell me that capitalism is actually very ethical? Dude, now the MAGA like push against Fauci is so annoying. Fauci killed millions. Shut the fuck up. Y'all do not care how many people died of COVID. You won't wear masks. You don't give a fuck how many people died of COVID. Genuinely, you do not care. Stop acting like you magically give a fuck. I'm not ready for the Officer Tatum Jubilee episode. Do I have to react to that? Do I have to start reacting to like certain Jubilee episodes? Hey, Moira, thank you for the super chat. Backrooms, the villain is toxic masculinity. True. Yo, he definitely beat his wife, right? Like the main guy in Backrooms definitely was abusive. Two horror movies dropped in the same month where the villain was the main character. See, I don't know that I'd say the guy in Backrooms was a villain. Like, he went insane. I call him an alcoholic. He's definitely an alcoholic. But like, he legit went cuckoo crazy pants because of the Backrooms. Cuckoo psycho loco. You're gonna see. Oh fuck! There's a fly in here. Ah, what fucker? Jesus Christ! Leave me alone. You're gonna see Buddy when it comes out. I don't know what that is. We're streaming on Twitter too. I was going to, but bro, X makes you pay for X Premium to stream on there. So no, I'm not fucking paying for X Premium. Premium. Everyone's saying stay in character because that's what the guy in Backrooms said. We waiting on calls, guys. Winnie's online streaming. We waiting to get some calls from y'all. Y'all pussy ass conservatives. Sorry, I know you guys don't like me to say the P word. Y'all pansy ass conservatives. I feel like pansy is just as bad, if not worse. Isn't pansy like kind of homophobic? Ah, it is. Damn. Is it homophobic always or only homophobic when you point it at a queer person? Did you ever see the clip of Arthur? Yeah, I talk to Jimmy all the time about the knitter scene. I gotta be able to get this fly. What the fuck? Where did you come from? He's a knitter. Such a good scene, dude. They knew what they were doing. Was Steven Crowder voicing Brain at that point when he was called Knitter? So weird to hear a character played by Steven Crowder talk about Kwanzaa. Wait, I can't even hold you. I saw the trailer for Jumanji when our son saw Spider-Man. I was like, wait, kind of want to see it. I liked the first two Jumanjis. They were fine. I think the first one was infinitely better, but I thought they were fine. See where Judge said we can call Cash a googly-eyed chud. What? Knitter. He's a knitter. (219-327-8005). I'm telling you, I beat every conservative ever. They were all beaten. MAGA doesn't show up at night because they're scared of the dark. What? Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark? Well, we can use this as just a stream to get me back into the algorithm from the days that I missed while I slowly build that algorithm back up. What'd y'all think of the podcast yesterday? If there anybody that watched it. MAGA too busy in bars. True. We could have been playing Sloppy Joe bingo right now. Yo, I nailed it on the segues. That's all I'm gonna say. Absolutely nailed it on the segues. No, I don't always stream this hour. It's very rare. You know about Sloppy Joe bingo? Homie, I know ball. Come on now. I know ball. Wow, that's so scary. You're so scary. Oh my God. I'm so terrified. The Line has a podcast. It's a new podcast for The Line. Well, not new. It's retooled. It's me and Jimmy now. Oh my God, you're so scary. Wow, you're so scary. Oh my God, I'm so scared. The Line is NFTs now. That's funny. I don't listen anymore, but I did listen in the fuckface days. I haven't really listened since it became regulation. Channel reported sponsor given a bad review. I don't have sponsors, you dumb fuck. Stupid ass. Fucking bot ass comment, bro. Which of the no sponsors did you give a review to? I'd love to know. Billy Sipes is the sponsor. That us. Cheetos will never sponsor this stream again. Oh, true. I'm sponsored by George Soros. True. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We got that George Soros money, baby. Have Adeline be the third host and name it the Neurospice Rack is funny. Always take out the content creator's sponsor and hurt the wallet. Hey, my wallet's doing just fine, but if anybody wants to throw a super chat my way and do it to spite anti-Douglas, go nuts. Since he apparently thinks he's gonna hurt my wallet. FCC contacted. Bro, you're big scary. Wow. Oof. So scared. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm terrified. Oh no. Oh no. The FCC, who famously doesn't have control over YouTube. I'm so scared. Sponsored by LED lights, deadass. Hey, Raymond Burnett, thank you for the super chat. That wallet is sure hurt. Not true. God damn, my wallet is crying right now. Guys, this is clearly a child. You know that, right? You know, I need you guys to know that this is clearly a child that's typing right now. Jedi Kylo, thank you for the super chat. Said, oof, ouch, my wallet. Not the Roblox, oof. A child or a bot? No, it's for sure a child. It is for sure a child. Come on now, squad. So what's CPR stat? Scuba Steve, thank you for the super chat. Said, have more Soros bucks for being a good commie. You're right, I got my commie bucks. I got something for your free speech. Meh. God damn, these people sound like they have never touched a boob. I promise, when you touch boob, it feels great. Like, it feels so good to touch boob. One day you'll get there. I promise, I swear, you'll get there one day. He looks out his window lovingly, singing "Where Are You Christmas," but for boobs. You'll get there one day, big dog. One day. One day. 725 Kelly Bean, thank you for the super chat. Said paying the Soros tax. Hilarious. Hey Taylor, thank you for the Venmo. Said commie coins for boob touching. Hilarious. God, I wonder if there's a way that I can program the Venmo to also show up here. I doubt it. Where are you, boobies? Why can't I find you? Why have you gone away? Have y'all seen her now? Like the girl who plays Cindy Lou Who, but now? That's all I'm finna say, bro. She has a name, Joanne? Yes, Cindy Lou Who. I don't know the actor's name. Movie came out, what, 20 years ago? Ow, the floodlight landed on my head. What's in your head? In your head. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I need a fly swatter. My grandmother has a fly swatter. Hold on. I'm gonna swallow the bastard. I'm gonna just boop. I'm gonna swat him. Yes, let's look at my little kid room filled with things that cost hundreds of dollars that kids can't afford. Sure thing, buddy. Whatever you gotta tell yourself to help you sleep at night, dog. Hobblescotch, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen the new Avatar movie yet, or did you see when it leaked? I watched the first like 15 minutes and just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Like past that. But the first 15 minutes felt off. So I haven't watched it yet. Oh shit, we got a raid. Oh shit. Wait, I don't have my Twitch up. Wait, why is my Twitch not up? Hold on. Hold on, I want to say thank you for the raid. Banyu, thanks so much for the raid. 504 of you. God damn, welcome into chat. We are debating. Well, I'm sitting here gabbing till we get a debate, and I'm trying to goad conservative motherfuckers into debating. But welcome to stream. If you want to hang out and listen to some conservative crash outs, feel free to stay and hang. Mods, can we get a shout out to the raiding crew here? If you don't want to stay, then so long, farewell, I'll be to saying goodbye. Adieu to you and you and you. Already did a shout out. Thank you so much, K-Space. But yeah, we just chilling. Welcome first time chatters. Welcome raiders. We waiting for some conservatives to pick up the phone at 219-327-8005 and defend a point, guys. Should I add some stuff to the board? Like teach sexual health education K through 12, teach LGBTQIA plus topics in schools. Should I just start saying inflammatory shit? Fauci did nothing wrong. The COVID vaccine worked. You were all just punks. What else? What other inflammatory shit should I say? Donald Trump definitely shit himself at the Lindsey Graham funeral. What are they claiming Fauci did? Genuinely, I don't know. It's so stupid because they're like, you were responsible for millions of people's death, and it's like, he's not a policymaker. He did no policies. You can't be responsible when you didn't make policy. He made recommendations, and it was up to the politicians whether they ignored or didn't ignore those recommendations, and all his recommendations were backed by the relevant science at the time. So stupid. Yeah, they're trying to get him on negligence, but it's so dumb. And then who was it? Holly, who was like, you can't plead the fifth, you have a pardon. That's not how that works, dumbass. You fucking idiot. Stupid fuck. Let's go. W socialism. Oh, somebody asked a question. Sorry to be Javon. Do you already know about the political journal Kingston Plum releasing fortnight annually is available in English? I don't know anything about that. Yes, but it's Fauci's fault. Fuck. I can't see it because he flies in near the lights. Fuck. You stupid fly. Fuck you. Oh God, your mother. Your mother. Oh, that's dust. All we are is dust in the wind. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Okay, as much as I don't give a fuck about this country, and I think it's time the American experiment ends because American imperialism is like the worst plague this earth has ever seen. That song go hard. You know what? Let's add abortion to the list. Almost heaven. The fly is on my leg right now. I can feel it on my fucking leg. Go off of me, you stupid fuck. Shenandoah River. I love when they come in and they go, this is an echo chamber. Yeah, guys, totally. Totally. Yeah. The call-in debate show is the echo chamber. Country road, take me home to the place that I belong. West Virginia. No, when you know office hours calls right now. If I become too bored, maybe. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. It's the first song I learned on guitar. First song I learned on guitar was Jumper by Third Eye Blind. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could take time for all the lives you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Underrated song? It's a goated song. Fucking phenomenal. I believe in God. Do y'all hate me for that? I don't hate you. I just think you believe in something that's irrational, but go nuts. Believe in the irrational if you have to. Like, whatever helps you sleep at night, friend. What's the like count up to on YouTube? 273, 290? Nah, should be higher. Hit that like. 219-327-8005. I deliberately avoided learning Wonderwall. Homie, I couldn't sing Wonderwall if you paid me. I don't know the song. My first song on the piano was My Heart Will Go On. Every night in my dreams, I meet you. I meet you. What are your thoughts on Ghost Riders? I don't care. Go nuts. Wonder if people know Jovan more from the line, so no one wants to go on here anymore. Nah, plenty of people. More people know me outside of the line than know me on the line. All the Maggies are too scared. Maggots are terrified, bro. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Yeah, like even right now, I'm trying to think of how Wonderwall goes, and I have no fucking clue. Even when you guys type the words, I don't know. I'm gonna lose it on this fucking fly, bro. They get in from my fucking garage, dude. Because I keep my garbage cans in the garage. Debate the fly's policy position. Could you imagine? God, Commies and Cocktails, still a great name, but I don't drink. Should I be appropriating alcohol culture like that? I used to drink, but never fun. I never found drinking enjoyable. I'm more of a buzz-servative is so funny. Like, legitimately, that's such a funny joke. It's just flying in a circle, you motherfucker. But I can't see it because every time it goes this way, my lights blind me from it. True, if you think white people never stole black culture, call in 219-327-8005. I mean, American culture is just like an entire culture of like killing everybody. It's filibuzzering. It's funny. Oh, I got you now, bitch. Nope, you went behind the light now. Fuck me. Just land over here, and I got you, you dirtbag. Not Elvis, yo. Nothing more American than doing an imperialism. In my kitchen, I have an assault gun. You know, those guns that shoot salt that flies. Hi, you're my fave. That's it. Well, thank you, Kitanya. Thank you so much. Undead Gay said, hey, doing my nails to see Hades Town. What color should I do? I have blood red, slate gray, or midnight blue. Also, Maggot calling you losers. Well, you should make them the color of the flower. They say it's not a rose. Well, I don't remember what flower they say it is. So red. But it's a goddamn rose, you know. I keep that motherfucking thing on me, G. Yeah, I see that I was getting super chats. I just didn't hear them. I gotta make like a notification noise that only I can hear. Who are y'all arguing with in Twitch chat? Was it somebody from the raid or just some rando? Every night in my dreams, I hear you. I feel you. Billy, thoughts on Obsession? I watched it yesterday, which might not have been the smartest move in the hospital. Billy, I don't know the chat wants to hear me go on another rant about my love for the movie Obsession. Are non-copyrights AI? What? I'm gonna get you at some point, you motherfucker. Thoughts on Obsession? Best movie of the year so far still. I don't think there's been a movie better than Obsession so far. Jovan, what should I make for dinner? Crack. Chicken. Yeah, I saw the new Spider-Man. I give it an 8. Rather than like one of the best Family Guy bits where it's like, hey Peter, what are you doing? Crack. Hey, Dilbo Scratchins, fucking great name. Thank you for the super chat. Hope you're having a chill night, brother. Going to see Spider-Man tomorrow. Have you been yet? Yeah. 8. Good movie. The thing I was mad about didn't make me as mad as I thought, but it made me mad for a different reason. And I can't remember the reason why it made me mad. Oh, terrible post-credit scene. So many people are like, aren't you excited? It's teasing Secret War. I'm like, sure, but I know Secret War is coming, so I don't give a fuck about this shitty ass Secret War teaser. I know the movie's coming out. Thoughts on Hereditary? Love Hereditary. Big W Hereditary. I saw that shit in theaters, not knowing anything about the movie. So when I saw that moment where her head gets cut off, brother, I was fucking screaming in that theater. I became a stereotype. Let me stop. You ever been to Mexico? No. Guys, 219-327-8005. I get it. Conservatives, I get it. You genuinely can't argue your points anymore, so you just have nothing. Fuck it. I'll do office hours calls. If they're legitimate questions, please don't call in and go, oh, I just want to know if you agree with me on this. No. If you want to ask me a legitimate question about a stance, go ahead. I loved Sinners. It was my favorite movie of last year. Thoughts on Talk to Me? Never seen it. Honestly, Billy, can that be one of our documentaries? Is me, you, and Jimmy drive to Mexico and you just do a shit ton of drugs before you go? I'd film it. I'd watch that. Where's MAGA nowadays? Being scared. They realize they're losing. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna come get on the call to do what? They're losing every part of. They're losing the culture war. They're losing the economic war. Like, what do they have? They lost the Iran war. They're all fucking. They're all ditching Trump, and they. Is horror your favorite movie genre? No, superhero movies probably. They're all ditching Trump, and so they're like, they don't want to even come out the Winworks now. Where's Billy going? Yeah, what K-Space said, we don't have a Billy Jones memorial space on the bingo board for no reason, friend. What are you more excited for? Well, I saw Spider-Man, so now I would be more excited for Doomsday. Billy's just going to a nice farm upstate. It's crazy. Actually, Billy, I have an idea possibly for a video. I'll text you later. It might be a little selfish because it would be mostly for me. I was most excited for Spider-Man. I can meet my dog again. He's been up there for 23 years. Oh, Billy, no. He didn't die. He ran away. Sorry, buddy. Okay, cool. I'll take one of those. That's fine. All right, we got a call. Coming up, we have Trey calling from Tennessee to ask me why I don't believe in the Christian God. Trey, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns. Shit. Sorry, Trey, I had you muted. I need your age and pronouns, friend.
I was just here to tell you about like something.
I don't care about that. Can you just give me your age and pronouns?
I was in one of your videos. I was in one of your videos. You remember or not?
No, not in the slightest. Are you gonna answer the question?
You looked it up?
No, I cannot.
Nah, I ain't.
Okay, then goodbye, Trey.
No.
Okay, that was a waste of my time. But you guys did get a slot on the bingo board. You got first caller muted. God damn. Literally swore to myself I would never give you that space. And what's the first thing I do? Give you that space. Son of a bitch. Yeah, no, but they still talk before unmuting. You can't help it. You never check. No, that's the thing in Axial. I checked and I knew it was muted, but forgot to hit unmute. Yeah, some people are playing bingo. JovanBradley.com/bingo. Damn, that fly flew past my face so fast that I felt the wind. Oh, I just thought of a bingo card slot. I just thought of a few. That might not be on there. Is your merch on a different site than your website? It's on like an offshoot, so it's shop.jovanbradley.com. But you can get to my merch site from my website. If you go to my website, jovanbradley.com, wait. Merch should be, it's not it's towards the bottom. I'm gonna lose it on this fucking fly, bro. Gonna fucking lose it. Obsession's better than Backrooms. Haven't seen The Odyssey yet. Maybe this coming week I'll go see it. No, that wasn't a pronoun. I wouldn't call that a pronoun crash out. You don't get to mark that on the board. No ma'ams. Oh, the timer's going. I mean, I don't get to do anything with it, with that call. Waste of my time. Okay, interesting. Okay. We might have an actual call now. All right, coming up to stream, we have KJ. KJ is calling from Washington to talk about topic number 1, trans men and women being men and women. KJ, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
42, and I'm just a dude.
Just a dude isn't a pronoun, so could you provide me your pronouns, please?
I guess to go along with that, it would be he, him.
I mean, if it's not he, him, I'll call you something else. They, them,
No,
she,
no, it's
her.
That's okay. The first thing I wanted to say is that I'm really excited that your show exists. Today is the first time I've seen your show, and the name of it, Debate a Leftist, and it's a call-in show. It's amazing. I'm actually currently at work, and the thing I wanted to say before I talk about the topic, trans men and women, is that I have a trauma to go to, and that actually goes into what I want to say, which is just that when you go to a trauma, the most important thing are the facts. And sex is more important than gender, pronouns, and all that stuff. We need facts as soon as we can get them. And when it comes to blood work and things like that, there's a huge difference between men and women. And so a trans woman, as far as blood work and as far as anything medical goes, is a man. And so that's typically how, unfortunately, medical workers tend to see the issue. We will respect pronouns and do our best and things like that, but from a medical perspective, there is only men and women. There's no
KJ,
such
did
thing
you
as
just
trans.
did you just come to Soapbox, or did you actually want to have a conversation?
I do want to have a conversation. There's a trauma coming in 30 minutes. I am, and I have to give a report soon. But tell me what your opinion on what I said.
Yeah,
Please.
sure. You contradicted yourself.
How?
Well, you made a delineation between sex and gender, and then you said there's only sex, and men and women are only defined by sex. But you made the delineation that sex and gender exists. So which is it? Is sex and gender different, or are they the same?
I would see that. The funny thing about that is, and I'm just going to say there's just sex as far as the medical perspective goes and everything else like that, and that in today's culture and world, I will admit, yeah, I will 100% admit
so
there are
KJ,
that come in that want us to respect their pronouns. Yeah.
The people I know in my personal life who are trans, who when they go to the hospital, like for instance, they're a trans woman and their chart reads them as female, or were those doctors just like silly, goofy nutcases, or what?
I would say that's silly, goofy nutcase because,
why?
For instance, my blood gas machine, it doesn't have that option. It's just sex. There's no gender option. Everything that
I didn't mention their gender. I said their doctors label them as female.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Is it why? But why? What's the issue with that?
And that's what I'm saying is I've never seen that personally at my current hospital, and I've been doing this for 20 years.
That's fine. You haven't seen it. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen, right?
I mean, I guess, but I'm also saying that maybe your friends are telling you that this is what they see when they go see a doctor, but I'm telling you in 20 years of, actually working in a hospital, I've just never personally seen that.
That's fine. But you having not seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right?
I mean, I suppose, but again, we're talking somebody's, what they had to say versus what I had to say.
I've seen the medical bracelet with their sex on it. This isn't a he said, she said moment, right? I've seen the visible proof of them labeled as female.
I would ask you when and why you saw it, but at the same time, it's entirely possible they just took a picture. I would do that too. Yeah, or even take a picture.
Snapped a picture of it, for the gram, KJ, why ought we define gender by sex?
Well, the main point I want to make to go is just simply that you should never intentionally misgender anybody or try to be rude to somebody or things like that. But at the end of the day, everybody has to admit,
you should just call into a call-in show and invalidate their whole existence, right?
No, I'm just saying when it comes to science, there's a different kind of science for social science. Yes, I'm talking biology versus social science.
And why ought we define gender by biology?
Well, that's just it. I would agree with you. I would actually kind of strongman that we don't necessarily have to, but I also would like if you strongman my argument that when it comes to biology, when it comes to chromosomes, when it comes to things like that, it's a binary between just two. There's no such thing as a non-binary patient that has no such thing as sex.
How can chromosomes be a binary when there's more than two sets of chromosomes?
It's not that I didn't. I'm not registering how you said it.
Well, you said chromosomes are a binary. You said chromosomes are a binary, correct?
Well, I'm trying to say that sex is binary.
Sex
is
binary.
And that gender is a spectrum.
What's the necessary condition to be female?
The proper coordination of X and Y genes.
A proper one. What would those be?
I'm not going to lie to you. My wife, who is a nurse, would be able to tell you, but off the top of my head, I can't. I
You
would
can't
get
tell
mixed
what the
up.
proper you work in a hospital and you get which chromosomes belong to which gender or which
Well, the
sex
funny thing
mixed
about
up.
that is I never have to chart that, and it never applies to my particular job. So yeah, no,
There's
I don't.
only two of them, and you get mixed up.
XX is women, and XY is male. Does that make you feel any better? Does that make you feel happier?
Beautiful, and that's necessary.
Yes, I mean, are you going to talk about like what is it, a Klinefelter? I think is a kind of difference, but the best you could do, and I would give you this.
Hold on.
Born without an arm.
Wait. I asked you what the
Listening.
necessary condition to be a woman is, right? So I would expect you to be able to give me the trait that creates the exclusionary category woman, right?
I mean, I would say female reproductive organs, female genes.
Female reproductive organs are necessary?
They don't have to be like functioning, but I would say that
necessary?
That's a typical.
I didn't ask about typical. Typicals can't make exclusionary categories. I'm asking about necessary.
Are you trying to make an argument that if somebody has a hysterectomy, they're no longer a woman? Because I don't want to do that kind of game.
Nope. My argument would be if you are claiming that there is an exclusionary category, then there must be a necessary condition to make that category. Just like if I have a square and my category is squares, it is necessary that those squares have 4 sides. It is necessary that those squares have 4 straight lines that are of equal length. It is necessary that those squares have 4 right angles. What's necessary to be a woman? So far, you've given me things with exceptions, but in necessary conditions, there can be no exceptions. So I'm just wondering what the actual necessary condition is.
I just feel like you're trying to do like a trick question here, and I just don't think it's as complicated.
You said we should talk biology and talk science. But when it comes to science, if we're making exclusionary categories, those categories would have a necessary condition to them. So what would the necessary condition be? What do I need to possess in order to be a woman that no non-women possess?
I mean, here's the thing. Let's say it's like cars. You know, cars need to have 4 wheels, right? Women, they don't need to have.
I would disagree that it's a necessary condition of a car. Yes, because I would never say a necessary condition of a car is to have 4 wheels. I would never make that claim.
A car could be missing a wheel or have a flat tire or whatever else. But that's kind of my point. Is if you want to argue semantics, then it's not even worth arguing.
Semantics. Semantics would be if we were arguing about the meaning of a word. That's not what we're doing right now. I'm arguing your stance. Your stance is, in order to be a woman, you must be female. And now we're boiling down to what is a female by understanding what is the condition that excludes anyone who's not female from the category. This isn't semantics. This is your argument being logically tested. If you don't like your argument logically tested, I got to tell you, debate shows might not be the thing you want to call into.
Well, that might be true. Let's give you that. No, I just that the trans women are women thing doesn't feel right. And it's not even that it doesn't feel right. It's just not right.
But you can't give me the necessary condition.
Because a trans woman doesn't have a uterus. Period. A trans woman.
Okay, so anyone without a uterus is not a woman. A uterus is the necessary condition. This is your argument, KJ. I'm not making a point. You're making that claim.
I said, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so anyone without a uterus would not be a woman.
Okay.
You don't find anything wrong with that sentence?
Well, like I said, if you're talking about somebody who had hysterectomy or something, that's different. We're talking about like a car should have 4 wheels. Can we agree a functioning car that you just buy should have 4 wheels on it, right? And that's my whole point, is like you can make exceptions for everything. A car might not have all 4 wheels on it.
Necessary conditions can have 0 exceptions, my friend. They can't have any. Otherwise, they wouldn't be necessary. Now, a typical condition or sufficient condition. Nope, the word necessary is pretty textbook, right? It means it's something that it must possess.
I called to talk about trans men, trans women, how they identify and things like that.
Do you believe that woman is an exclusionary category that excludes people who are not women? If the answer is yes, then you must provide we're talking about categories. We're talking about categorization. So I'm asking you to define your category. And so far, you can't define it without excluding people that you would consider female.
I can see why people don't call into your show, and I'm grateful that you took my phone call. And it's been 10
I
minutes,
can
and I
see
do gotta
why
go.
people don't call into my show because I can't provide an argument for the stance that I'm making is embarrassing, my friend. Genuinely.
I feel like
you wanted to talk science and biology, and here I am asking you a question about biology, right? What would be the necessary biological trait that would make someone a female and exclude everyone who's not a female? And now you're complaining when you wanted to make the exclusionary category. This is your argument being taken to its logical conclusion. I don't know what the issue with that is.
Yeah, some of the best debaters, what they do is they listen to what the person has to say, they strongman the argument, and then they slowly take it apart where they say, well, what about this? What about this?
Well, one, it's called straw manning. And straw manning would be if I was misrepresenting your argument, but I'm not, because you're you're not
straw manning. Yeah, strong manning.
Strong manning your argument?
No, that's what I'm saying. I wish you would.
Are you talking about steel manning your argument?
Sure.
Okay. Your argument
I've heard it both ways.
Is that trans women cannot be women because they are not female. That's your argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I'm asking you what is the thing that makes someone a female, that would be in line with your argument and taking your argument to its next position to tell me what a female possesses that makes it so trans women cannot fit the category of women. And you can't give me that thing.
Give me 10 more seconds, please, and you will not regret it. Men have different red blood cell counts. They have different heart sizes. They have different bone densities. They have different bone lengths, right? Women, the genitals are different. The reproductive organs are different. They're the only ones capable of creating life. Like, that's the distinction, and it's super simple, and that's all I had to say. And
I mean, that seems very, that seems as a, I just want to mention this, and then you can leave if you want to, KJ. That seems like an embarrassing stance for someone to take, because there is no confirmed, all men have this shape, this thing. You know, there is overlap between men and women. You know, there's men who have bone density that's the same as women and women who have bone density the same as men. But if you can't handle like actually giving me the trait, that's fine. Go enjoy the rest of your evening in trauma or whatever you have to do.
I'm just saying, statistically, there's giant differences between the two. That's all I had to say.
What's the difference? Whoa. What's the difference then? You tell me what, if you're saying that men have a different red blood count, right? What is the one that's for men specifically?
Well, life expectancy too. You know what I mean? Cancer rate.
What's men's life expectancy? What is it? What's the male life expectancy?
You proved me wrong. Look it up right now and show your audience. I gotta go, but thank you. I honestly mean that. Thank you.
Okay. A doctor, by the way, apparently. A doctor. The answer, by the way, is yes. It is the case that on average, you might see differences in these things, but that's because it's an average and not every person has it. So that thing being your necessary condition is kind of stupid. A doctor, chat. A doctor. Thought he would call in, I guess, and like dunk. How close are people to getting a bingo off that one? Oops, I keep pressing that by accident. Let's see some super chats that we got while we waited for that. Jedi Kylo said, during gender affirming HRT, the doctor works with the patient to get their blood work to match the healthy levels of their desired sex. I doubt KJ is a skilled medical professional if he isn't one at all. And Billy said, kick him when you want to. He's unexceptional. He didn't even wait. That's the funny part. He claimed he was a respiratory therapist. That's what he told the call-in screener. All right, let's take another call. We have another debate call. We'll get to the office hours. I want to hit the debates first. Coming up to stream, we have Brian calling from Florida to talk about topic number 1, trans men and women are men and women. Brian, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
38, he, him.
38, he, him. Great. Okay, Brian, I believe trans men and women are men and women. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I do. I just picking up off of what that last gentleman was talking about. You said that there needed to be an exclusionary trait, and that's not true.
In order to have an exclusionary category, you must have an exclusionary trait. Yeah.
It's untrue, and I can prove it.
Can you name me one exclusionary category that does not possess a necessary condition?
A mammal, for example, includes a platypus, but a platypus lays eggs. So even though
because
it's a mammal.
Sorry, mammals are not defined by their reproduction of live births. So no, that's not what the necessary trait to be a mammal is. So that would be incorrect, my friend.
What's a necessary trait and are core to being a mammal, where there is an exception. So that is to say that because there is in biological groupings, variation from that grouping doesn't eliminate the grouping in and of itself. I mean,
so again,
a part of evolution.
I just want to point out here. Is variance. Being able to give live births versus birth by egg is not the necessary condition to be a mammal.
Right, and there is no need to even create a necessary condition because biology doesn't work that way.
Correct. Biology works by sufficient conditions. They work by sufficient conditions because biology doesn't make strict exclusionary categories, which is why some trans women are classified as female in biology because they've undergone enough intersex conditions so that more of their phenotypic sexual traits read female than male. So they would be classified as female because exclusionary traits don't exist this way. Correct.
I think you'd have to throw together a list of every single difference between man and woman. And then,
nope, there are 5 specific sex traits that are used when analyzing sex in biology, specifically with the sexually dimorphic species like us that reproduce the way we do. Those would be hormone levels, internal and external genitalia. What are the other 2, chat? I'm blanking. Hormone levels, internal, external genitalia, chromosomes, and gonads. Those would be the 5 sex traits that we use biologically to classify something as whether it be male or female.
Well, the last gentleman just educated you, and I think
the last gentleman didn't educate me in dog shit, friend.
Well,
he quite literally didn't say. He quite literally said nothing.
Well, he talked about the blood being different between men and women, and he talked about the bone.
The blood isn't. Blood differences are an average. Bone differences are an average. Do you agree that there are some women who have higher bone density than some men?
Mm-hmm.
So are they men now all of a sudden?
Right, but it's the grouping.
No, they're not men all of a sudden because bone density. We just look at what what the trends are. Right. It's not a necessary condition to be a man that you have bone density above a. It's not even used in sexual classifiers. Bone density isn't even something that we look at when we're classifying the sexes. Because if we did, it would be silly. Because there are some women with higher bone density than some men. That's why it would be silly. That's why it would be a silly thing to classify.
Well, right, and no one's saying that there needs to be one specific condition. The fact is that biology
You would
is
be if you're
about
making an
grouping,
exclusionary category like he was. Yes, you would.
and there's an infinite number of differences, really, and and it's maybe
Then
we
it's
don't have it.
interesting
But,
he couldn't name
you
one
say
that only
5.
exists for some people. No, I said that when when we classify in biology sex,
Mhm.
what they use for the sex classification is 5 specific traits. They've boiled it down to we look at these 5 traits and we look at your delineation on these 5 traits, and we look at it's done on a bimodal distribution model to see where you land. That's how
The
that's how
gentleman
we
just
do
told
it
you
by
Google if men and
I
women
don't
have different blood.
I don't
I'm not a doctor like
I
that
don't
last
think
guy.
you understand the argument, and it's kind of embarrassing because it
Well,
doesn't matter about the
your
blood.
argument's been
What matters is
invalidated
if you are
because there's
making
no need
no,
for a necessary
no,
condition
because
because
yes,
the
there is.
platypus
If you're,
doesn't fit into mammals.
I don't know how many times I have to say this. In biology, we don't classify whether you're a mammal by whether you can give a live birth. So it doesn't matter that the platypus
I'm
lays
pretty sure
eggs.
that's the distinguishing
It's
characteristic.
not.
You tell me, what is the distinguishing
Being it
characteristic of
okay,
being a
there's
mammal?
5. There's I think there's 6. It's having a vertebrae or being a vertebrae, so it's
Uh-huh.
all mammals have backbones. It's having mammary glands. It's being warm-blooded, and it's having hair or fur at some point in the life cycle.
Uh-huh. Now, do platypus have mammary glands?
Yes.
I don't know if they do. So yeah, so they're a mammal. They fit into the grouping, but because they have one specific thing, doesn't mean that they're not a
A
mammal.
platypus has
And in the same way,
all of the things I just listed.
right, and because like, let's say for example, a
Oh my
trans woman,
god.
or say a trans woman, chops off their appendage, because they lose that characteristic, just like the platypus loses the egg,
The
relative to the grouping
egg
of
is
mammal.
laying eggs
But it's a
or
grouping.
giving live birth have nothing to do with whether you're a mammal or not.
If you Google do mammals lay eggs, it'll say no, mammals do not lay eggs. So the fact is, you've been logically debunked.
That's not
I've got
logic.
nothing left to say.
You
That's all.
Googling is not logically
All right.
debunking, you
No,
moron.
your listeners can do it.
You
I mean, you're
fucking
trying to
stupid.
win an argument, but
It's
that's
not logically
argument over.
debunking someone to say
Have a good
Google
one.
something, dumbass. Fucking Christ, run away like the rest of you seem to do today. Holy shit, it's so stupid. God damn. Yeah, he hung up because he ran. Fun fact, platypuses aren't even the only mammals that lay eggs. So do some species of echidna. So stupid, dude. Anyone get bingo yet with that? That was so dumb, bro. 105 of you are playing bingo right now? God damn. The blood thing pisses me all the time. Blood works. Not even the slightest. Dude, none of that was. Oh. Wait, somebody got bingo. Floam. 010101. Let's see. Let's check and improve. First caller muted. Yup. Whataboutism? I don't think I called out a whataboutism. I might have to reject this. I didn't call out a whataboutism. What is a woman? I wouldn't give you guys what is a woman because I asked the question. And when a caller asks me the question. Incorrect usage of debate terms, absolutely will give you that. Caller caught using ChatGPT. No, they were caught, like, they told me to Google something, but no. Unfortunately, Floam, I'm gonna have to reject that bingo win. No, we didn't get those ones. Sorry, friend. David, thank you for the Venmo. Just left BND. calling it most comic accurate Spider-Man movie ever. Agree? Maybe. I guess it would depend on the comic, right? Because as much as I didn't like it, TASM 1 is really accurate to the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man. And then Billy, thank you for the Venmo, said, and I was about to pay you to boot him, which I guess I'm doing right now. That's funny. So bingo's still in play. Bingo is still in play. All right, let's take an office hours call real quick. All right. Stephanie from Canada with his office hours call about socialism and communism. Stephanie, what's your age and pronouns, please?
Hi, my name is, my pronouns are she, they, and I'm 36.
All right, cool. All right, what's your question, friend?
Okay, I've had lots of conversations with my wife and a few other people about like, the benefits of like a communist or socialist system.
Mm-hmm.
And they can kind of see my side of the argument, except for the part where they think that people will, like if there's some sort of pay incentive that they won't do their best work or follow guidelines and stuff. Like my wife is a roof consultant, and so she sees people cut corners all the time and just kind of do the bare minimum. And so she's coming at it from that perspective of like, will things still be
Ask
like
her
built
what she thinks happens more. Does she think workers cut corners more to save a buck, or does she think that business owners cut corners more to save a buck? Because the answer is,
I think like
one way, like hardcore. Workers tend to prioritize safety way more.
I agree with that. She sees, like, I can see from the perspective of like definitely the I forget what it's called. There's like the foreman and there's the super, or like there's a bunch of like things. And I think that there's definitely in the hierarchy, like where they would, say, we're not going to do the roof this way because it's too expensive. So we're going to do it this other way that's not as safe or, saves money. But so I can see it from that perspective for sure. And then the other perspective is like, I was kind of telling her like, well, if you do see like a roofer or somebody like cutting corners and they're not necessarily being unsafe themselves, but it's like just not doing something to code or something like that. I also kind of gave her the argument like that it's like people are just trying to get to the end of the day because like you have to work so long, you have to get home, and there's like all this money stress. And like I could see like that part in like I've heard you talk about like kind of like you'd see those benefits like in a few generations where people don't have that stress anymore.
Yeah.
Of like, so like I was just wondering if there's like a better like argument from like that perspective.
No. The argument is that when we have to essentially deprogram people to where labor is not tied to some gratification, some monetary gratification. Your gratification for doing labor should come from your sense of belonging to the community. I mean, it's the same reason people volunteer, right? People don't volunteer and do a good job when they're volunteering because they want to earn a buck. They do it because they feel good about contributing. So we essentially what we want to do is reprogram people into being like, oh yeah, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to contribute.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Like, she kind of saw the side of like her dad created the business that she now works for, and she's like, he was rewarded for like being a good businessman and getting contacts, and now he passed all those contacts down to me and my brother. Now we have that benefit. And I was like, well, everyone would just like everyone in your line of work would just all work towards that. And you could still have that job, but you probably wouldn't have to do it as long, or you might get options to try other jobs too. Like, correct. So she was kind of trying to say like, it's not fair to people that work hard like that to build a business. But then
I don't want people to work hard to build a business. Honestly, I agree. Like we know that right now productivity We know that productivity gets better when we shorten the work week. We just like we
Yes,
know these
yeah,
numbers. It's like there's no reason people should be
yeah.
working 40 hours a week. Productivity is better when you're not. So like there's just no, in my opinion, there's no argument on this.
Okay, yeah. Like the kind of like pride that someone could take in building something in their backyard, like you can take that same pride if you're not like so upset that you have to be at work at like 6 a.m. and work late and work on weekends and all this stuff just to push a project through really fast.
Yeah.
Like that kind of vibe. Like but it's like a long term. There isn't like a quick fix for like switching from capitalism to socialism, where you could just change everyone's mind immediately. Like it would be a slow thing.
Yeah, it might take some time, but it's definitely
Yeah.
we shouldn't be worried about the concentration of labor when it comes to like monetary value. Instead, the value should be like some type of gratification for community building and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I see that. And like it's coming because she's an Albertan, and Alberta is like one of the most conservative provinces in Canada here. And so
Mhm.
she's like she herself is not, she's more left leaning, but like she kind of still has that like idea that she like was raised with, that it's just
Mhm.
like, you know, like that bootstraps kind of thing. And so I think that sometimes like comes in, and I think that's where it's hard for people to switch over. I have a quick question if you have more time, but it's okay if you don't.
Yeah, if it's quick.
About okay. So like so our premier just signed papers with Meta to have a big AI data center built, and
Gross.
like in our province. Yeah, and so like for me, I'm like, okay, like it's Meta, this is like icky, this is like I don't agree with it necessarily. Kind of I've heard a lot, like Jimmy on the line and stuff talk a lot about AI and like how like it could be great if it was under socialism. But that it's like, so then I just have this like I want to look into it more, but I have this like immediate like kind of negative reaction that I also don't want. She doesn't have anybody's best interest in mind, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But my wife was like, but it's good to use our resources that are in our province. Like we can use what we have here instead of shipping everything out. So like I just don't know, like I don't know how to like understand from that perspective. Do you have like an opinion on that? Like to run the data center?
So I mean nuclear, right? AI will become pretty great
Yeah,
once we
exactly.
like if we have nuclear power, then I wouldn't be worried a single bit about like AI as far as like energy consumption. Or we find
Yeah,
some
yeah,
other energy, some other way that we do energy.
right.
The fear of AI, my biggest fear of AI isn't even it's not AI art. I think AI art, I'm pretty solid that it's never going to hit a point, at least in our lifetimes, where it's indistinguishable. It's so bad, like
Yeah,
every
it's
time.
really clear. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
eh, so I'm not as much worried about that. My biggest fear for AI is AI psychosis. Like the people
Oh
who
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
talk to AI like it's a therapist, that is super harmful
yeah,
and super bad. And that's sort of the thing that I'm actually the
yeah.
most worried about. Would be like
Okay, yeah,
the way antisocial behavior off of AI is going to like sloop loppy doo boop boop bow. Um
yeah,
so that's the thing I'm like worried most about. Um
yeah.
but like as far as like
And that could be avoided with like, oh, sorry, yeah,
yeah, I mean you would need to
or
make some sort of regulations on it, but um
yeah,
I mean, I'm obviously worried about the energy consumption, but like factory farming is going to kill us energy wise before AI does.
yeah. Okay, that's fair.
So yeah.
Yeah, and like I was thinking, like the biggest thing to avoid that psychosis is like if we had universal like mental health care, because that's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
extremely
If
expensive.
people could access universal mental health care, then yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
yeah.
be a way to well, maybe not to combat it, but it would be a way for people to have
Then it would be,
some other thing to go to. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, even I, after losing benefits, was like, now what do I do for counseling? Like, like there's just no options other than like just pay out of pocket hundreds of dollars. But yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Have a good night. Okay. Bye.
Now that I have that, I should be able to make one of these. Huh. I have a plan. All right, good call. We're going to just chill for a couple of minutes while we wait to see if any more debates call in. 219-327-8005 if you want to call in to debate any of the topics on the board. If you want to call in with an office hours question, that's fine, but please actually have a question. Don't just ask whether I agree with you on something. Don't call in and like, hey, I think this is because of this. Do you agree, Jovan? Don't do that. But if you want to debate, 219-327-8005. I've also noticed, has anyone noticed too, that I get more calls when I have co-hosts? Like, it's weird. Like, when there's two people up here, I feel like we get more calls. People like being ganged up on. They like being ganged something. Yo, what am I gonna, guys, I want this. Remember how I talked about that new bed I want? I want it. I put together my new bed frame. It's from IKEA. It's nice. It'd just be so much better with that fucking mattress, bro. I'm never getting that mattress. Maybe once my credit's built back, I can probably get it. Don't let Jovan punk you like this. Take him on. Conservatives are scared, dude. They're so scared. But I don't know that I can justify spending that much money on a metro. Got a car today? W. 2018 Nissan Rogue. Oh my God, we have the same car. My my old car is a Nissan Rogue, the one that I gave to my mom. Fuck mattresses, I can sleep on a pile of Lego bricks. No, for real. I'm liking the GMC. I got no problems with it. It's a good car. Ooh, okay, here we go. Let me pull up your super chat, Misty. Playing bingo for the first time, what qualifies as microaggression tokenization to get the space? So a microaggression, I would have to call out the microaggression, but tokenizing is super simple. Just if they go, I have a trans friend or I know a trans person to validate their argument. Did I technically tokenize? I don't think what I did was tokenizing. Oh shit! I would need mods to make a decision on that, but I think I might have tokenized when I said my trans friends when they go to the doctor, their thing. But like I didn't do it as if like no, because tokenizing you have to do it to validate some semblance of bigotry. So no, I didn't tokenize. But don't worry, I'm gonna make a thing that tells you what each of the bingo things are, so you can click a button and it will tell you for the future. I just haven't done it yet. If you want to play bingo, it's jovanbradley.com/bingo. What's been called? No clue. I only know when you guys submit. I'll know, like I'll read what was submitted. Oh, somebody did submit. Sorry. Flaushy Beast from Germany submitted. Pronoun crash out? Yes. We consider that anytime somebody doesn't answer. So I would say the guy. Cat ears? No. Caller gets muted? No. Repeat caller? No. None of those. So no, you only got one there. I would give you as pronoun crash out. And then the Billy Sipes memorial space. Sorry, no friend. You did not get that. Caller gets muted doesn't count if it's like they're muted when they answer. I have to like actually mute them because they're over talking me. Oh, okay, Space. You don't agree that a pronoun crash out is refusing to answer the first time? So what's it got to be? Like a longer, you think? I figured that would be a pronoun crash out. Technically, a pay to kick was received. I just didn't do a pay to kick. So I'd say you could say a pay to kick happened. Somebody did pay to kick. They just left before they could be kicked. Trey was a repeat. Oh, you're right. Trey was a repeat. I'm so sorry. You're right. Trey was a repeat because he said he was a repeat. So you're right. We do have repeat caller. So I apologize. That one is there. Sorry. My apologies, chat. David, thank you for the Venmo. Said if we want to give Billy that kind of farewell, I live off grid by the border, and if your video involves Weekend at Bernie's parody, I'm double in. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Where do you submit the bingo? You just fill it out on the site. It'll auto submit once you've got all of them. Did Jovan crash out with the second caller? No. Catching someone using ChatGPT is hard. That's a really hard one. Some of these are tough ones. And I'm thinking about adding a golden snitch one. I'd call it something different, obviously. But basically one that's like super difficult. Be Renese, I don't see yours here. Did you click all of them? Any AI, it doesn't have to be just ChatGPT. Unclick one and click it again and see if that submits it. Caller has sources is very hard. No, you guys have heard me crash out on callers. That one's tough. It's going to be tough to get. Jovan loses debate. Imagine that's the... Okay, you said you did. I'm not showing it here. Yeah, I'm not showing it. This might be a glitch that I have to take into account with the bingo game. If somebody submits while they're submitting. I've definitely crashed out more than 3 times. Have you ever lost a debate before? Yeah, sure. Probably not in the last year. It's hard because I'm debating topics I know and have very solid arguments for. Yeah, do that, Be Renese. Screenshot it for me. And send it in the Discord. maybe. Yes, the Billy Sipes Memorial Space is the free square. Is Billy still here, or did he go to sleep? Billy is gone. You need to move on is crazy. Well, the debates I lose are debates on topics I don't know. You know? That's why I tend to not debate those topics. What's with the whole Billy memorial? Well, Billy Sipes is a user who, like a member on YouTube. He's dying, so he has a memorial space because he's not gonna be here probably this time next year. So we gave him his own memorial space because he's a big supporter of the channel, this channel, and the line, and he's become really good friends with Jimmy and me. We all play video games together. A preemptive memorial, yes. Wait, is he actually dying? I only feel comfortable saying this because Billy says it and talks about it. Yes, Billy is actually dying. Billy is like genuine. Like he's not joking when he talks about like not being here. He will be joining Jimmy in hell, yeah, probably. Would you talk to someone who doesn't vote? I talk to people who don't vote all the time. It just depends on what we're talking about. But we love Billy here. Don't like take this and now go run when you see him in like the Discord and stuff. Just let him vibe, okay? Let Billy be Billy. Let him do what he does. He's in good spirits. Oh. You don't have a bingo. Wait, Berenice, you said you had a bingo, but you don't have a bingo? Sorry, that took me out. I don't know how to play bingo. It's so funny. I'm gonna cry. That's so funny. Okay, let's take an office hours call. Heather from Utah. Heather from Utah with an office hours question. Heather, hi. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
19 CM.
She M.
Mm-hmm.
EM or just the
EM.
letter?
EM.
EM. Great, thank you. All right, Heather, office hours. What's your question for me?
Yeah, so I've called in before. I'm a trans woman, leftist debater, and I've kind of been thinking about how I'm a trans woman, and I've kind of reached an impasse that I feel kind of uncomfortable with, that like makes me feel really guilty for being a woman and like not fully confident identifying as a woman despite my feelings and experiences. And I guess I wanted to present the argument roughly as I've kind of conceived it to you, not necessarily as devil's advocate, but as a genuine, like, I guess, way to add nuance to the debate on whether or not trans women are women.
Okay, I will say off rip, it does feel like this is more appropriate for like Takis. I don't know how much I'll be able to help or to like give any sort of like insightful like response, but yeah, you like whatever however you want to start the conversation.
Yeah, so I guess the argument on its face is that there is, regardless of personal schema, which identifies womanhood as like a surface level, there is a deeper experience of womanhood that women share, that trans women, particularly those who were not able to transition at a younger age, like myself, cannot, like, there's like a level of credibility that they don't have that
Oh, I would
makes it
disagree with
like
this wholeheartedly.
incapable for them to identify as women. Like, for
No, I would
example, I've
disagree.
seen a lot of the women around me my entire life experience really intense misogyny. And as someone who's been on the other end of that historically, whether it was when I used to be a hateful person and wasn't participating in it, or simply as a guilty witness, I don't feel like I have the quote unquote
I
like
have a
badge
book
of
for
honor
you.
there.
I have a book for you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Read A Brief History of Trans Misogyny, or a short history of trans misogyny, by Jules Gill Peterson. This idea that like trans women don't suffer from misogyny wouldn't really be accurate. It's just misogyny in a different like light, but it's still misogyny nonetheless. I mean, even men suffer from misogyny. It's just that men are the perpetrators as well. So yeah, I would just say that like yes, but the whole argument on its face, it doesn't hold water because like if I had a cisgender woman who did not experience any of that growing up, like she lived in a vacuum, she didn't go through any of that, she would still be a woman, like whether or not she experienced the same level of oppression, right? So womanhood yeah, I don't think we should define womanhood by the oppression women face. um and shared experiences can't work that way because shared experiences are not cohesive amongst a group. Not every single person's going to have lived that same shared experience, so it just doesn't really work that way.
Right. I think what a lot of it kind of dumbs down to is that, like, and this is a bit more on a personal level, but I do think it is something to note of a trans woman experience, and why I'm arguing this is specifically there is a kind of guilt that goes on when I'm, in women's spaces interacting with my other friends who are women and who are like cis women and talking about girl stuff, having only recently come out as trans. It makes me feel like I'm taking advantage of the male privilege that I had my entire life up until that point, if that makes sense. Like it feels like I didn't quote unquote suffer through any of it. And I guess it's not necessarily like just de facto, like, okay, without the experience, you can't be a woman, but more so like, is there not kind of a commonality that trans women are missing that makes them excluded in some sense?
No, because like I said, what if a cisgender woman didn't experience all of that? You wouldn't say that she's not a woman simply because she didn't go through any of those things.
Hmm.
What's
Yeah.
happening is I'm gonna say what it feels like to me, but again, you should talk to like somebody on TACUS because you'll get a better answer. This is from my cisgender brain of just knowing, some of the psychology behind how this stuff works. What it sounds like is there's internalized transphobia kicking in your brain that's trying to make you feel guilty for expressing yourself the way you are, and is trying to make you go, no, you shouldn't actually be this thing. Ignore it. It's not telling you the truth. It's using fallacious arguments to try because it doesn't want you to be happy in your identity.
You right.
I tend to be.
Also, since I did it last time I called, I'm going to do it again, even without your permission this time. Plug the website, jovanbradley.com. Great resources there for debunking transphobes. Fucking
Gang
get on that
gang.
shit.
I don't have that sound effect on my board yet. Gang gang.
Anytime I call in, I'm just going to plug it.
W.
Well, thanks, Jovan. That really did help. I'm going to go read that fucking book. I need to
All
read
right.
more anyways.
All right,
Every
W. Have a
leftist
good
does.
True. Thank you, Heather. You have a good rest of your day, friend.
You as well, Jovan. Jovan Bradley forever.
Hey, bye-bye. Jovan Bradley Forever is going to be the name of my new movie. My first superhero movie is going to be called Jovan Bradley Forever. Website plug should be a bingo space. But I do think there might need to be a bingo space for like Jovan recommends like book recs or something. The book name is a short history of trans misogyny by Jules Gill Peterson. We actually read it for book club like a year and a half ago. By the way, Sunday, not only will I be on Calling It Now, but I'll be on the Sunday show over on the line. I think it's me and Eric, who I haven't hosted with Eric yet, so it should be fun. 219-327-8005 if you want to call in to debate. We still got lines open. Still cooking it for callers, looking for callers. Would you do a collab with Tashika? Nah. Someone record this and send it to her. Wait, I'm just gonna do it. Hold on. Wait, this is gonna be funny. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Everybody shh. Wait, ready? Question in chat. Jovan, would you ever do a collab with Tashika? Nah, fuck Twin. That's gonna be funny. I sent that to her. That's gonna be funny. Snow never melts. So true. So true. Would you do a collab with yourself? Oh God, always. Silly question. What's Jovan's Cash App? It's right there, friend. Tell us her response. She'll respond at some point. Oh, guest goes Ben Shapiro and just talks loud as fuck. That would be fuck. That's a good space. The full Ben Shapiro. Oh, I like that. Can a mod write that down for me so I remember it? Who'd win in a fight, you or yourself? Homie, I kick my ass on the regular. Just need a Jovan crash out and I've been go. You ain't getting that tonight, dog. We are Jimmy Snow. We carry the line. Jovan, how does one tackle a transphobic woman who claims being a trans woman is misogyny? Asking because someone said it to me. I mean, they'd probably call them misogynist, call them stupid, but you'd have to have them like actually like present an argument. I can't do anything with just a claim. What's the argument for it? And then you tackle the argument. Hey, I think I'm gonna make it so mods can trigger the birthday redeem. There's a way I can do it now with the staff site where I'm gonna be able to I think it'll just make it simpler if mods can just click the things on my end that I miss. So you don't have to go, Jovan, you missed this. It will just trigger on its own. Yeah, you guys gotta remember, don't just combat a claim. They need to defend, they need to provide you an argument for the claim. You can't just combat a claim on its face. Like, low key, what if they have a good argument? Blunt rotation with Martin, Lucian, and Euro. Fuck, bro. Trying to fucking kill me. How fast are you ending it all? I feel like I could handle a blunt rotation with Euro. I don't think I could handle it with Lucian and Martin. No. cover a topic for people that don't vote or care about politics, it would like it's not really it would just be a simple statement like you should care about politics, you should vote, you should care about the things that affect your life. You know what I mean? Blunt rotation with bad would hog all the blunt. You come to San Diego and get you high as fuck. Well, marijuana doesn't work on me, so I don't know what you're getting me high with. I won't touch nothing stronger, but I physically can't get high off marijuana. I was gonna go to San Diego for TwitchCon, but I don't know that I'm gonna go this year. Birthday redeem, I got you.
You could be a birthday baddie too. A very happy baddie birthday to you.
I don't think I'm gonna go to TwitchCon this year. I just don't like. I don't know what I would do. All right, let's take another office hours call. All right, office hours call. Sarah from New York. Sarah from New York. You're on for an office hours call. Can I get your age and pronouns, friend?
Hi, 26 and she, her.
Great. Great. Sarah, what's your question?
Yeah, hi. I wanted to call in to ask you kind of where do you think like a line would be, like a line in the sand of platforming like right-wing content creators or like influencers, I guess. Because like I saw you posted a couple of videos about Jake Lang on Instagram and stuff, and like I think he's like completely irredeemable. So like I don't see point in platforming him. But I guess I was wondering like where do you think a limit would be in like keeping lines of dialogue open with right wingers on like
if they're a Nazi, don't. If they're not a Nazi, I think it's fine.
Okay.
My limit is usually
That's
Nazi,
fair.
You know? If they're like actively promoting like ethnic nationalism or something like that, then I'm probably like, no thanks. I don't need, like, there's no debate to be had here. Like for me, when it comes to like defeating these views, there's not much I can do when like Jake Lang's view is black people should fucking die, you know? So there's no debate to be had here. But if somebody's just like, hey, I think that the way Republican policies benefit the economy, I'm like, okay, well, I can actually have a conversation with you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because like I've like watched some like I think you did a video with like folks from like the Necessary Conversation like a year ago or so.
Yeah.
And so like I've seen like some people say like stop putting that out because like, and I mean it's like Instagram comments and like people replying to the video, so it's like I don't know if that's like a really big sentiment. But just like where the line is of like when it's appropriate and when it's not to like platform MAGA people or people with like shitty ideals.
Yeah, I think it's mostly Nazi.
Okay, that's fair. Like, I guess like I was thinking about it and like I guess if like Nazi is a pretty good limit, but like if like they're approaching in good faith to have a conversation and like actually listen, it makes sense to like have people on your show, or like for like liberals and leftists to like go on shows and talk to people like on Fox News and shit.
Yeah, listen, I would like would I go on a platform? Like it would depend on. I guess it would still depend on the person. I'm not. I would never debate Nick Fuentes. There's no debate to be had. Fuck that guy. I'd never debate Jake Lang. There's no debate to be had. Fuck that guy. Some other people probably. I debate Ben Shapiro. I would debate Crowder. I'd debate fucking Walsh. I think those people are more performative conservatives than anything. But like a lot of the times the problem is so many of these conservatives I see that go into like the debate spaces, like people now like fucking Deaf Noodles. The reason I don't think I would probably debate Deaf Noodles now is like he's just bad faith. He doesn't believe most of the things he says. He just says whatever. And so it's like I don't want to debate somebody who's putting on a performance, and these people are performing. So it's like it's less of a platform thing and more like it's just a waste of my time to debate somebody who's performing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Also, Steven Crowder just like put a video like out like yesterday or today that like said like fascism is okay was like the title of the video. So I
Yeah,
guess
but
like
Crowder has to put those videos out because it's where his money comes from. Again, like these people don't
true.
really believe this shit in the way that they say they do. It's just they have to talk like this. That's what's that's what's so annoying about it. Like they have to talk like this because that's where the money is. Like these people, like, yeah, Matt Walsh is a bigot, but like he overplays the bigotry because he needs to he gets paid from donors who want to hear the shit he says. So it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. But like, yeah, it's mostly like if it's a Nazi, I'm out. But like, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That was kind of like my only like question, I guess. I just want to say I really appreciate all your work. I think you're like the best political content creator working right now. So it's been really nice to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Sorry to glaze.
I'll accept a good glazing every now and then. Pause. Resume.
Okay, talk to you later. See you.
Talk to you later. Have a good one, Sarah. You'll notice a trend. There's a reason why Matt Walsh mostly does culture wars content, because he is dog shit on policy and all that. So he debates culture war. Joanne, you with us still? I was reading I was answering a text. Sorry. All right, let's just answer this last office hours call. Then I guess I'll go after that and finish my thing for LineCon tomorrow. All right, last office hours call. We got James from New York. James from New York. James, can I get your age and pronouns, please?
35 here.
Okay. James, what's your question?
I guess as succinctly as I can put it, I have coworkers, most of them or all of them are pretty left leaning, but two in particular have would say asshole views on immigrants, constantly complaining about free handouts, this, that, and the third. And it's
Hmm.
kind of annoying, but I've heard you talk about stuff like this before. Can't remember what the fuck you said in particular, but I just want to be able to like debate them on it, but more so verbally eviscerate them on it because I'm just like I know enough to know that what they're saying is wrong. I just don't know how to articulate it.
You're saying what I debate them on it?
No, I'm saying like I've heard you debate
Oh,
that topic or like people
yeah,
make
yeah.
that talking point, and yeah.
Specifically, well, I would need to know what their claims are and their arguments.
I guess the biggest one would be just generally free government handouts, government constantly handing them free money,
For immigrants,
just because, yeah.
undocumented immigrants pay $100 billion in taxes every year, and then they don't get access to most welfare programs. So, like, they're paying way more into the system than they use. And those are numbers directly from the IRS.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're a
It's
drain
like,
on. Like it's so funny to me hearing these people because their claims are always they're a drain on the system, yet they also are taking all the jobs. Like you can't be a drain on the system if you're working.
that's what I'm trying to like, I guess what I was trying to like say or articulate or whatever when it was happening, but I kind of just froze up because the whole autism thing doesn't help. So it's like it feels like the words are there, but they're kind of like bottlenecking.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like your
Like
coworkers have dog shit takes.
it is, and it's just really annoying because it's like I know, like I said before, like I know what you're saying is bullshit. I just don't know necessarily. I just don't necessarily know how to like articulate that what you're saying is bullshit.
Yeah, it's a contradiction to say that immigrants are a drain on our system, but also they're taking all the jobs. That's just a contradiction.
Okay, I wish I could better remember what they would say specifically, but it was again, like I said before, really just that the government is just giving them free handouts. They just come here, do nothing, and the government is just like handing them money more or less.
Again, they come here and do
And
nothing, yet they're taking all the jobs. Make it make sense.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's just blatant. It's just a blatant contradiction. So I'd hit him with that.
okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Have a good one.
You too, bud. Okay, well, that's all the calls we had today. That's all the calls. It's time for me to go. Guys, I'll be live tomorrow night, probably. Like tomorrow, like late night. Same time, probably. Maybe we'll do some reaction stuff tomorrow. How's that sound? Y'all be good, y'all be easy, y'all be breezy, y'all be beautiful, y'all be cover girl. Thanks for being here today. Go watch some of my videos. Expect the next video essay soon. It's not really a video essay, but expect the next non-debate video soon. All right, bye.